Here on The Proof Is Out There, we've heard plenty of amazing stories of alien encounters and even abductions that we've had to pass on because there was no corroborating evidence. So when one woman told us she had proof on her body, it's fair to say our interest was piqued. September 16th, 2017, Sev Tak and her boyfriend have just moved to Arapahoe, North Carolina. The two are still unpacking when suddenly Sev feels what she describes as a bug bite on her rear. And when she looks,
we were both stunned, wondering, how did this red X show up on the left cheek of your tush?
9 dots are arranged on her skin in a perfect X formation. The mark doesn't itch, and upon running her fingers over it, Sev feels neither a raise nor indentation.
I couldn't feel it. I decided, let's just ignore this. We're gonna pretend like this never even happened.
9 days after discovering those first marks, Sev says she was startled awake by a rush of disturbing memory fragments. Believing them to be from the night before, she recalled an unearthly encounter.
I was lying on this bed that resembled a hospital bed. And I turned my head around, and standing right behind me, right here, just inches from me, was a gray.
By gray, Sev is referring to the infamous gray aliens, intergalactic antagonist in many alien abduction accounts.
We locked eyes, and ding, I'm back in my bedroom.
Fearing that these visions weren't just a dream, Sev checks the mirror and discovers a second X mark has appeared on her backside, directly across from the original. The marks lasted around 3 weeks before fading from her skin.
I was so afraid and so confused. There was no logical explanation for this.
Sev's story may sound incredible, but Mindy Tautfest of the Mutual UFO Network, or MUFON, says it's more common than you might think.
Following an abduction encounter, people can walk away with all kinds of strange markings, including bruising, scratches, all the way up to implants.
For instance, in October 1973, 2 fishermen were allegedly abducted by a hovering craft, subjected to physical examination, and returned with small punctures in their skin. It's because of these punctures, not unlike Sev's marks in size and shape, that their abduction story has been called one of the most credible in history. Back in 2003, one Harvard study found that memories of alien abduction can leave real psychological scars akin to post-traumatic stress. As for the validity of Sev Tak's marks, we'll leave it to our experts to decide. Wildlife biologist Stephanie Manka considers Sev's first instinct. Could this be a bug bite?
All of the circles are the same size. It's in a straight line, and the measurements between the circles look the same.
So maybe this is the work of a bug with linear feeding habits, like bed bugs. They tend to bite in straight lines, simply because they hide along the straight edges of blankets and sheets. But that wouldn't explain an X.
It's highly unlikely that bugs could bite in a coordinated pattern like this.
Manka considers that these marks could be in some way self-inflicted. Some have noticed a similarity between these photos and the marks often left by a practice called combo therapy.
Combo is a spiritual and medicinal practice that originated in the Amazon by indigenous tribes.
In a combo cleanse, shamans burn shallow wounds into the skin like you see here, then apply the secretions of the toxic giant monkey frog, which enter the bloodstream. The goal is to cure a multitude of illnesses, but Manka's not sure that's what this is.
I don't think this is combo because the areas that appear to be healing are not scarring in the way that we would typically expect them to. When combo heals, it leaves a mark that is lighter than the skin color around it. We're not getting that lighter color we would expect.
Next, we have Dr. Ed Hope, who notes that the way these marks are healing also adds some complications to the abduction theory timeline.
This image here is taken immediately after Sev's vision of being abducted, but we can see it's actually gone through a healing process because some of the discoloration is actually fading away. So I don't think it's related to Sev's vision of being abducted because it was likely there beforehand.
Then again, Sev's vision and second set of marks may have been from her first alleged encounter 9 days earlier. After all, there is a history of self-proclaimed alien abductees losing and later recovering memories of their abductions. Still, we can't be sure when Sev got these marks, and Dr. Hope says there's no clear answer on how she got them either.
There is either some kind of light penetrating trauma that's damaged the skin, or something that's pressed against that is irritated the skin. And I'm not sure which of those two is more likely, and I'm also not sure what kind of object would actually create this pattern. I don't know what's going on here.
Our verdict? Unknown skin trauma. We just can't pinpoint what instrument could have created these distinct geometric marks. Despite Dr. Hope's skepticism, Sev is convinced the Greys gave her these marks. And many in the UFO community agree. If this story has encouraged you to share your evidence of ET contact, let us know.